Hello, thanks for clicking on my video. If you like my videos, please subscribe. That really helps me out. And leave a comment if you want to tell me what I should cover next. And let's get started. So yesterday's video, I showed you how awesome it is on Hugging Face to use the models they've hosted for free. And you can run a lot of those models on their website for free without any installation or anything. You can test them out. The top liked model is called Stable Diffusion, and I showed you in the previous video how to use that on their website. But if you looked at the model card, on the left-hand side, it tells you how to run the model for yourself using Python. Problem with that is sometimes it is not detailed enough, and also sometimes it actually misses some steps. So this is a good example of that. So I'm going to run Stable Diffusion version 1.4 on Colab. Colab is Google's web-based, SAS-based equivalent of Jupyter Notebook. So you see the notebook in front of you right now. I will run step by step and actually run the model, install and run the model on Google Colab. First thing you should make sure is that you are using a GPU, and I will show you how to check that. If you go runtime, change runtime type, you should be on T4 GPU. If you're not, you should click on that because it will probably fail on a normal CPU kind of machine. All right, and that machine is the Google side. You don't have to do anything at all on your computer at all. So first of all, so this is the most liked model. Diffusers is a library. This I copied and pasted from the official website. Is a go-to library for state-of-the-art pertain diffusion model for generating images. I guess it can do audio and even 3D structures of molecules and stuff. Anyway, first step, we will run pip install diffusers. That's the basis for this model. So you're gonna install that library on the container that's given to you for free by Google on Colab. So it's taking its time, running the job, still running. It doesn't take too long, maybe 10 seconds or so. And successfully installed. Next step, we also need to install transformers. That's another library that's from Hugging Face. It's open source. That's the basis of running almost all the models or majority of the models. It's like you need that for any of the advanced stuff. The website doesn't actually tell you that. I found this out by trial and error. So let's install that. And this one I think is a little big. It takes a little longer. It's already satisfied some of the dependency packages. Installing collected packages, tokenizers, and transformers. So these come from Hugging Face, and it's successfully installed. Next step, SciPy is an open source software for mathematics, science, and engineering. We need this library as well because in the background, some of the work that's happening is actually using these libraries. We will run that next, and it should be pretty darn quick. All right, that seems to be done. No errors. Next step, we need to install pipeline. Now, I've covered this in other videos. Pipeline is basically a really not a good name, but basically, if you want to run the model and don't have to worry about anything else to run the model, then Hugging Face, what it does, it gives you a package that does everything behind the scene. You don't have to clean the data, you don't have to split the data or anything. All the steps that you need to run the model is given to you through this library. That's why it's called a pipeline, because it gives you all the steps. So we will run that step and install. I think I skipped step. Maybe no. SciPy was installed. Okay, yeah, pipeline installed. It's asking for caching and stuff. I don't think it matters. We can just ignore that question. We also need to install PyTorch. It's a machine learning framework that's widely used. Anytime you use this Python for machine learning, which is always, so we need that. Now we're actually choosing Stable Diffusion have multiple versions. We're choosing version 1.4, and we're giving it a name called Model ID, and we will use that in a step further down. Now we have to tell it what kind of hardware to use. We're going to use CUDA hardware from NVIDIA in the background. So we just click that, and it's just a one-line statement, no big deal, ran really fast. Now we're now using you're going to use the model and actually load it in the memory and give it a name, right? And we're going to use PyTorch for doing that in here. And you see, we called model underscore ID in the steps above. That's what we're going to feed to this pipeline. So we run that. The reason why we install pipeline library is because of this step. If we hadn't done that, we'd have to do all the steps ourselves. So it's like magic. So it's doing its thing. I think it's going to take, I don't know, maybe 1 to 2 minutes. You see it's running through all the steps for loading the model. It should be done. It should be done pretty soon here. So it's doing its thing. While it's doing that, what else can I show you? Oh, we can look at this usage of the machine that Google gave us without any effort on our part. You see, even though it's running, it's actually only using 2.3 gigabyte of RAM. Now, by the way, this is delayed. You see this graph go up after the fact. And the RAM is almost not used, which is kind of not correct because we're definitely doing some heavy amount of work here. I think this is actually a little behind. Anyway, disk usage, around 31 gigabyte of 78 available. Okay, the step is still running. I'm going to close this little frame over here so it doesn't block our view anymore. Is it done? Yeah, you get this error. Don't worry about it. I think you get this because you're running on GPU and not CPU, and that's a-okay. We know that's done because you have this arrow again. That's wonderful. Let's move to the next one. Next step. We're almost done here. You'll see the magic in just a minute. So we're going to run this on CUDA hardware, and that's done. We're now going to give the model that's ready to use a prompt. The prompt that I have here is a photo of men playing chess on Mars, which is what I covered in the previous video. Only difference is I did that on Hugging Face website, so I don't have to do any of this. But as a machine learning expert or enthusiast or AI enthusiast, you should know how to run this on Python. So we're going to run this to create an image, and we're going to save the image with the name result.png. It doesn't take much time at all, 78% done. There, it's done, and the image is saved. Now, I want you to see the image. To do that, I'm installing a library called Python Display. IPython, by the way, is the official name for Jupyter Notebook. I loaded that package. Then I'm going to run a command line command to show you that that image actually exists on the container that Google gave us behind the scene. Now, if we actually showed, it's pretty darn good actually. When I ran the same thing on their website, it wasn't all that great for this particular version. But you see, there's 3 men playing chess on Mars. It created for us. Now, if we change the prompt, let's change the prompt to, I don't know. Let's think of something. Staying with the theme of chess. Man, unhappy. Let's see. Unhappy, losing chess games. Pretty complex prompt. So let's see how it does. And image is being created. Almost done. Okay. We should have run it again, but what the hell? Run it. Look at the result. image exists. Now we're going to actually display the image, and this will be a different image. Oh, look at that. It's not too bad. There's a man who is upset because he's losing the chess game. And that's pretty darn good. That's pretty darn good. Okay, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.